Hi, my name is Will Dean. I am the Forest author. It is great to see you again. I have missed you. Today I want to talk about productivity in these very difficult, very strange times. So hello, you are very welcome here in the writing cabin in the Moose Forest in Sweden. It's been a long time. I'm kind of really apologize for not posting a video recently. A big part of it is that I've been writing a new book, Tuva Moodysson number 4. But then the world kind of changed, as you all know, and I actually got ill in mid-February. I flew around a lot doing book stuff. I was in New York, I was in London, and I got the thing. And, you know, I'm a really healthy, fit person. I never really get ill, but I really got ill from this. I got kind of pneumonia. I'm much better now. I'm 90% recovered now. But it's a serious thing, and I'm glad finally people are taking it seriously. But I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about normality. You know, I want this cabin and Bernie outside and the forest and talking about books to be a kind of a place where we can be normal and insulate ourselves from the outside world for a few minutes. So I want to talk about books. I want to talk about books that I've read. I want to talk about how to deal with this new normal. And I'm going to start with saying, again, sorry for being away. But then again, not sorry. I think sometimes you have to put things on hold. I guess that's kind of a theme right now. There are things that are more important than other things. That was not very eloquent, but you know what I mean. So in December, I was planning a book. January, I was writing a book. And I just didn't have the headspace, to be honest, the focus to do that and to make and upload videos. That's the honest truth of it. I wanted to be fully immersed in the world of Tuva Moodysson and the fictional town of Gavrik in Sweden. And I knew that if I was half-hearted about it and I was still making videos and still doing a lot of other things, I wouldn't be quite as immersed in that world as I wanted to be. So I made that call, and I'm fairly happy with the first draft, I think. I mean, it's done. And so I feel okay about that. And then, you know, I've been ill, so I haven't been uploading, but I've been recovering. And now things are so strange in the world. Obviously, I live in an isolated forest, so for me and my family, things aren't that different. We're very isolated and quiet anyway, but I really feel for all of you out there in the world, people caring for elderly relatives, trying to shield elderly relatives and trying to stay healthy and trying to work from home and so on. I have a huge amount of love and appreciation for all the medics out there, all the doctors and nurses and delivery drivers and essential workers. Thank you all. And I want to say that if you're not focused right now, if you're finding it difficult to work on your novel, to write your work in progress, to deliver those edits, then give yourself a break. Like, give yourself some extra time, because it is so difficult to be motivated. It's so difficult to be focused right now. I consider myself like a ridiculously, probably unhealthily focused person. And it is so hard. We are living through a very historic moment. And don't beat yourself up if you're late on something. Don't beat yourself up if you're finding it really difficult to research or to write the kind of prose that you want to write. That is normal. If you were working oblivious to everything else, that would be kind of abnormal. So be kind to yourself. Things might get delayed, things will get paused, but eventually life will go on. From a book perspective, Like, I can't read proofs at the moment. I love reading proofs and I love finding new debut talent. It's one of my favorite things. And I can't do that right now. I just don't have the kind of the capacity for that. So I'm rereading stuff. I'm rereading books. I'm rereading short stories. And I'm rereading Bill Bryson, A Walk in the Woods, which I recommend to you. If that's the state you're in as well, go with it. Things will improve and you will get back on track. So don't beat yourself up. Be kind to yourself. Try and be patient with yourself as well as with those people in your household. Easier said than done, I know, but try to be patient with yourself. What has changed here since the last time we spoke? Well, Bernie is in, oh, there's a robin outside my window. Bernie is enormous. My short-haired Saint Bernard has just kind of, he's like a cartoon character of a giant dog now. I'm living a sequel of Beethoven. In the forest. He's an absolute delight. I cannot imagine life without that dog. We have a very beautiful bond. He is wonderful. I like taking him for walks. I like listening to him snore, but I also like just kind of chopping wood. And although I haven't chopped wood for a month because I haven't felt up to it, but you know, working in the garden, I'm preparing my veg beds at the moment, and he's just like wandering around by my boots, being just a wonderful companion dog. So I'm very lucky to have him. He's about 60 kilos now, I would estimate. And cheeky and just wonderful. Eats everything. I was pulling up carrots the other day. I did this experiment, so we have vegetable beds. We try and grow as much of our own food as we can. And I did an experiment last autumn. I left a lot of carrots, or quite a few carrots, in one of the raised beds to see if they would store well over the winter. And we didn't have a crazy cold winter. We had a fairly mild winter here, and they stored really well. So I pulled them up. I think we got about 8 kilos of carrots, and they were all perfect. Some of them were a little mushy, like the top centimeter or the top half a centimeter, but most of them were great. So we made carrot soup, curried carrot soup, carrot and coriander soup, cream of carrot soup, and frozen it for the time ahead. So I'm not desperately dashing to the supermarket, which is a long way away anyway. We're trying to make the use of what we've got in the garden, and Bernie ate, 40 carrots when I was doing that. He's a pleasure. Monty's great. He's a little bit more aloof now that Bernie is around, and Bernie's so big. But Monty's around. He's very well. My Norwegian forest cat. He will probably be in either this video or one of the future videos. But I want to get back on track. I'm rambling, but I want to get back on track in terms of I want to put out a video a week, talk about writing process, talk about the writer's life, an author's life in terms of book tours and things like that. A lot of my author friends have had their tours cancelled, like I have, and I want to give them a shout out as much as possible. And just for this channel and for this cabin to be a place where we can talk about books, you can give me whatever comments you want in the comment section, and we can get through this in a way together. And you can request stuff, request away, book reviews, questions about process. You can do, maybe we should do like an AMA and ask me anything. either about my forest life or my life as a writer, or maybe an AMA with me talking as Tuva, so you can ask Tuva anything, maybe. Would that work? Let me know. Happy to do that. We've got spring here now, so it's a little bit like it's been very cold in this cabin and damp, especially when I've had trouble breathing, but now I'm good. I'm happy to be in here, happy to be talking to you, and happy to be talking all things books and writing. This has been like just a general introductory, like I'm back video. And if you have any special requests, like I say, please do let me know and I will make them happen. This has been Will Dean, Forest Author. Thank you very much. Look after yourselves and your loved ones. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Hello, hello. I'm up here. Is the tree dead?